Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy. I got a quick little 1v1 at the beginning of the video, just me and Billy Spartan going at it. Don't know this guy, but he was a NightBlade like me, so I figured it'd be a good little duel to show you real quick to start off, just so you can see the power and the healing of the build. He's going to spin the wheel. We're not using that, but we're just using bow and two-hander on this build. Like I said, we're going to fear him out of stealth and just slowly work him down. We are tanky. We just got to dodge his procs. Don't want to get caught by them procs. Definitely on these procky builds. But we just dodging through that. Boom. Gonna hit him with a boom, spectral bow. Boom. Now we're gonna go finish him off really quick, and then we're gonna holler at you, Spartan, in a second and say thank you for showcasing and helping us. Appreciate you, my brother. Even though you didn't know. But hey, like I said, if you do like tanky builds, this is the one for you. We're on a stamina NightBlade, so 2400 stam recovery, 2200 health recovery, 3300 max stam, 31,000 max health, weapon damage at 4,217. It does go up. Physical and spell resistance is like 28,000 for real, but like right now I'm not buffed all the way up. But that's on the back bar. I do have a defending back bar. We have all our points into stamina on this build, trying to max our stats out. We're using stam recovery glyph, serpent on here, Mundus. We're using the takeaway broth. That will be our consumable of choice, well, as far as food. But we are Khajiit on this build also. Increase your health recovery, stam recovery, and magic recovery. Can't tell you how big that is. Definitely just having sustain and stand up. Increase your max health, max magic, and max stamina by 915. Great. Just like I said, your class passives, you can use a red guard or something like that, but I just really like this critical damage. Like, we're stacking critical damage as much as we can on this build. This is a crit build. It's about critting people, hitting them crazy hard. You like utilizing a lot of the NightBlade passives, but you want your assault support if you can. Going up, you want to make sure you always have your undaunted passives. Like I said, that's 4%. That could save you from not having magic, just a little bit more health, man. It really does take effect. So spend a little bit of time and get your undaunted up. Max out your character to the best of your ability. Heavy armor, you want to have your passives in here. We're using heavy and medium on this build, so you want to make sure you have your medium and your heavy passives. If you do choose to not use a mythic, you can put the passives on the light armor and throw a light on. We're using poison inject on this build. You could use rapid fire or the bow ultimate if you like, because we do have a bow, but I'm using soul tether. But just an option for you guys if y'all did want to be, super bowy. But we're using a two-hander also, just really for the rally. That's really it, nothing else. Siphoning, like I said, you want to make sure you have all your passives. Now going into the skills. First skill up is rally. Well, let me show you my passives. You could use dubious. I don't want you to think that you have to use this expensive stuff right here. You could use dubious throne. Does pretty much the same exact thing. It's really cheaper. Just if you want to max tier out your stats, you do want to get the gold food. Pots of choice on here. You want to use spell pots. Weapon damage pots, or you could use tripods. Now let's get into the skills really quick. First skill up is rally. Why are we using rally? For major brutality and magic sorcery, and it gives you a gigantic heals while giving you minor endurance, increasing your stamina recovery by 15% for 20 seconds. Really good. Ambush, yes, we use ambush. Gap closer. Flash through the shadows, dealing 4,891. But you give a minor vulnerability for 10 seconds, increasing their damage taken by 5%. Huge. Use that with incap, and you're just, like I said, the empower doesn't do anything for PvP, but you do get major cowardice, reducing their weapon and spell damage, and that comes for mass hysteria, which is my next ability I'm getting to, which I love. They didn't cap this, so you can fear as many. You fear somebody, they lower their weapon damage by 430, makes them really hit like a noodle. But it's just, I love it. Like I said, fears to CC on the build. Next, surprise attack. They changed this up a little bit, so when you slash an enemy now, you deal damage. But if you strike an enemy from their flank, you set them off balance. This attack will also be guaranteed a critical strike up to every 4 seconds. So, boom, get behind them, hit it with a crit strike. You stack up your crit damage as high as you can. You're hitting crazy hard through the pen. Killer's Blade, yes, Killer's Blade, not Executioner. We're using Killer's Blade because they scaled this up now, and it just works really good with the NightBlade passives. And when you kill someone with this, you do heal up. It's great. Incapitate and strike. Yep, incap. Like I said, you do basically 13,000 disease damage. Hits crazy hard. If you do have 120 more ultimate, it stuns them, which is cool. But while slotted, you get resolve. But it's just the extra damage, causing them to take 20% more damage for 6 seconds after using an end cap is great. Poison inject. This last 20 seconds, they changed it up from, I think it's 12 seconds or 10 seconds. But you shoot an arrow, you put 4,000 something damage in them, does additional damage over 20 seconds. You factor this in with the master bow. Yep, you're using a master bow in this build, and raises your weapon damage up, hits crazy hard. Relentless focus. I'm using Relentless on this build. The stamina morph, like I said, it just increases your weapon and spell damage up to 5 times by 60, so 300, while active, hitting an enemy with 5 light attacks. That's why we're using the bow. It gives you Assassin Scourge, allowing you to fire a spectral arrow for half the cost, doing 14,000 damage and healing you for 33% of it. Great skill. Like I said, it makes a NightBlade, that an end cap. Resolving Vigor, another skill that got buffed and changed. Basically now, after casting this, you gain minor resolve, increase your physical and spell resistance by 2,900. So pop a Vigor and let's go look. We are at 26,000 physical and spell resistance. Let's buff up really quick and show you. So you're at 28,000 physical and spell resistance on your back bar. Ooh. So Leeching Strikes, like basically this just a little buff used on, costs barely any stamina. You use it, you recover stamina back for using it. Really good. Forgot to put my phone on mute, sorry about that. But like I said, you get a big stamina boost once it ends. Also Shadowy Disguise. Yep, Shadowy Disguise. Basically cloak. You're a NightBlade, use cloak, get out of there. When you use cloak, it increases your armor. Great. Soul Tether, man, on this build you have so much crit that you can soul tether bomb people from stealth. If you go Shadowy Disguise, you're guaranteed a crit right into a soul tether. Change the battle up crazy. Like I said, I love this for group play. You can put the bow ultimate on there, but just always been a good combo to use for years and years. But now, what y'all been waiting for, let's get into it. The sets. Alright, we are using front bar set of Order's Wrath. Yep, Order's Wrath. Increase your critical damage and critical healing by 8%. Great. Gives you a lot of crit chance. So when you factor that in with the 12% crit damage and crit healing you get from being a Khajiit, and then you want to go into your champion point tree also. Everybody want to message me. And then Backstabbers, critical damage and fighting finesse gives you more crit. Just adding crit crazy. And like I said, we do have this sharpened master bow. We have this defending and increase it with increase weapon damage enchant on it. So basically increase your weapon damage. Put on anybody you put poison inject into. So just great skill to use. I'm trying to show you skill real quick. Run into some technical difficulties, but like I said, whenever you hit somebody with poison inject right here, you add 330 weapon damage, weapon and spell damage to your, like I said, to that target. So great. Mythic of choice, Gay the Sithis. Yes, just think about it. NightBlade, you barely block. You're always in there. You're getting it in. You, like I said, block is the last thing you should be worried about. You should be worried about doing damage, knocking bodies down. So this increases your armor, health recovery, and your max health. Oh, Gallant Chain. This is from the training set. We're using a 2-piece of training on this to increase our max stats even higher with the prismatic glyph on here, just to boost them up higher. Magma Incarnate one piece, and we do have Order's Wrath on the small pieces, like I said, well fitted here, and then we have training on the pants and pen with the prismatic glyph. Also, just to give us more. Like I said, this is a fairly cheap and easy build to make. Try to make it easy for you guys. And we're using agility with weapon damage. Then we have another weapon damage after that. Then a reduced cost. There it is. The sets that we're using on here. Let's get into champion points. The green tree really doesn't matter too much. The only ones you really want to care about in here is the fall damage, and you can get the enchantment one. Like, I'll show you real quick. This is the fall damage one. Get this one, that helps in PvP. Then if you go up, it's an enchantment one. Right here, weapon enchantments have 10% not to consume anything. That's good to happen so that your weapon glyphs, I mean, they don't consume everything, charges and everything. But critical damage, like I told you, critical healing, deadly aim, more damage. It's all about damage. critical damage, critical damage. I don't know how many times I can push it. This build is tankier, so you can stand up in there a little bit, get you some fighting. Survival instincts would be the other one using. Juggernaut, fortified, and boundless vitality. Like I said, is a tankier build. I don't like to be one of those squishy NightBlades, but you could use this gank, but this is not your ordinary NightBlade, man. You hit crazy hard on here. Don't let the stats fool you. You have to actually play it. And if you don't have a mythic, I would suggest putting on Ice Heart just to give you some more, give you crit chance, and it's going to give you more a damage shield. Just really, really good. Just give you another option. Like I said, like always, if you do like the video, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, my friend. Peace.